Back to Michigan right now, where former President Trump and President Biden both won their primaries easily, despite 13% of Democrats voting uncommitted. 101,000. They were against Joe Biden's stance on Israel. In fact, 71% of Democrats in Michigan are against his stance on Israel. They're pro-Palestinian and Hamas. So what does this mean for November? Let's bring in former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Mr. Speaker, great to see you in person.
Good to see you.
Your thoughts, first off, on how President Trump did with Nikki Haley still in the race?
I think he's doing very well. To me, the race is over. What I tell President Trump, it's about addition, not subtraction. Focus on Biden. Ask for a debate on 5 different issues: the border, foreign policy, and others. Make the debates at night. I think it will be healthy for the country to have these issues. It's about rebuilding, restoring, renewing America.
When Nikki Haley comes out and says President Trump can't beat Joe Biden, he can't win, he's too volatile, he brings chaos, are you surprised she's using Democratic arguments when she didn't initially? And does it hurt the president, former president?
I don't think it hurts because the president, Trump, is above that. To me, it looks like she's trying anything she can to get a vote. Her numbers keep going down. I mean, look, she lost her home state, and look, I like Nikki Haley. I think Nikki Haley has a big part in the Republican Party. We want Nikki Haley to be here.
She's a great candidate.
She is, and she has a big future in this party. What I believe Republicans have to do is they have to unite. This division will make us lose. You watch what happened to the Democrats last night in Michigan. Their goal was 10,000 uncommitted votes. They got more than 100,000. Remember, he only won Michigan, Biden, by 159,000 votes. He's got real problems. These uncommitted delegates are going to the convention. I think Chicago is going to be quite interesting and could repeat the Democratic convention in the past Chicago. They could have real protests.
But the problem is, they're not. If they don't like President Biden's policy in Israel, but President Trump is even more pro-Israel, so they're more likely not going to go to him.
Listen, my fear for America itself is the Democratic Party is becoming the party of anti-Israel. I've watched it myself. Every term, I would lead a group of bipartisan members to Israel. Since Tlaib and AOC came in, they make it politically almost impossible for Democrats to go there. You watch what they're openly doing. You watch their votes on the floor.
He's already apologized. The White House has apologized, expressed regrets for how they responded to the crisis. What did you do wrong? Do you regret supporting an ally?
You know what? That sends the message to Iran to go after our troops a little more.
Absolutely.
You've got to have strength. You've got to be able to have a principle when you're the president of the United States. This is why I question that Joe Biden, his biggest problem he can't solve, it's his age, and he flip-flops too much. That is not what the country needs right now.
Absolutely, but he's never been strong in foreign policy, even though he's got the most important jobs in foreign policy.
No.
Let's talk about what Vice President Harris is trying to do to get votes. Listen to her idea to give work-study, it seems to be somewhat of a bribe. You register if you're a voter, and you know what? We'll pay you. Watch.
Have under the federal work-study program now allows students to get paid through federal work-study to register people and to be nonpartisan poll workers. As we know, this is important for a number of reasons. One, to engage our young leaders in this process and activate them in terms of their ability to strengthen our communities.
Paying people to register people to vote against for voters?
But she's using taxpayer money. This is illegal. Remember what this administration has done. The Supreme Court told them it was illegal what they were doing about the student loans, forgiving them, only certain ones. And what they do, they're still going around what the Supreme Court said. Now they want to go register, pay those people to register to vote, thinking they gave them a gift, you'll vote for me. That's what type of trouble this president is in right now. The youth doesn't want to vote for him, and he's trying to buy the votes. That's illegal.
Are we looking at a shutdown now from the body language and the comments after the meeting of the 4 leaders yesterday in the White House?
I'm not sure. You know, it's bifurcated on this, which I don't know if that's really the smart thing to do. And the thing I would tell everybody, as you continue this on what is called a continuing resolution, all you're doing is spending more money than what we did in the debt ceiling, and you're locking in Pelosi's policies. It's better to have this already done. You're 5 months into the next year, and you're still talking about the last fiscal year.
Was he wrong just to not demand a one-on-one meeting with the president? Why is Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries even necessary?
Look, difficult job. When I was Speaker, I would only negotiate with the president, because if you bring the other 4 leaders in, you're lowering the position of the speaker. And, you know, when you looked at what we were able to do in the fiscal reform, and the CBO just came out and said it even saved more money, $2.6 trillion. We never would have got welfare reform. We never would have been able to pull back $20 billion of spending from the IRS agents. We never would have got NEPA reform. Schumer and Hakeem wouldn't agree to that. I think what you have to do is walk into the position very strongly, negotiate directly with the president, use the strength of the majority.
Right. You never should have been out of that job. It's one of the big regrets I think Republicans will always have, and I think Democrats regret it too. Great to see you, Mr. Speaker.
Good to see you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.